Tonight's sports report brought to you by the new Subway Fresh Fit Meals. A tasty, low-fat sub, new better for your sides like drinks, apple slices and yoghurt. Subway, play hard, eat fresh.
Hi folks, Port Adelaide's passion is considered the key ingredient to repeating their Showdown win more often. Now they feel they played for each other on the weekend and they'll be looking to enhance that unity when they play another team that they hate on Sunday. In Shuttleworth is with Kane.
Why hasn't the Power been able to replicate that sort of performance that you did in the Showdown in every other week?
Well, that's $1 million question and something we spoke about with the leaders on Monday. I think the passion and the emotion we show during the Showdowns is something we can take into every game, especially the next 6 weeks and this week against Freo, so that's what we'll be trying to do.
What about the situation on your half-back line? You stayed with Andrew McLeod. Brad Symes was then allowed to go and get the footy. If you had your time again, what would you do?
Oh, I definitely would have gone and tried to impact on the contest with Brad Symes. It was a really poor option by me. My teammates certainly let me know that was the wrong thing to do, which was great by them. But because McLeod's such a dangerous kick inside 50, that's the reason why I stayed with him. But if I had my time again, definitely would have gone and tackled Symesy.
You and Crow Scott Thompson are presumed to be good mates, but he's throwing you around on the weekend. What's going on there?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I thought we were mates, me and Scotty, but I might have to re-look at that. He was throwing his weight around, very angry during the Showdown, but I think that's because Dom Cassisi gave him a nice old stitch-up.
What about this weekend? Freo and the Power don't normally have too many nice games. There's plenty of niggle. Can we expect more of the same?
Yeah, it's fair to say we don't like each other at all. We've had some pretty good battles in the past, and certainly in one internal trial game there was a big fight, which we all remember when we play them. But they've got Pavlich, who's in ripping form, so whoever gets him has got a big job.
Best of luck. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Ian.
Thanks, guys. Former Crow Marty Mattner firmly believes his old teammates will make the finals despite their recent poor form in his first year at Sydney. Mattner says Adelaide's regimented approach is one of their greatest strengths. He plays against his former club for the very first time on Saturday night. The 25-year-old is now comfortably settled in the Harbour City and hasn't received any jibes from the Crows lately.
Not this week. Like I said, I speak to him regularly, probably a few of the boys now and then, and keep in contact with a lot of them.
Mattner played 98 games for the Crows before they happily traded him to the Swans at the end of last season. Still footy, and in Melbourne, Geelong has officially ruled Gary Ablett out of Friday night's blockbuster. It'll be a big one against Hawthorn at the MCG because of his ankle injury. And Terry Wallace has joined fellow coaches Lee Matthews and Mark Williams in applauding Joel Bowden's time-wasting tactics in the Tigers' win over Essendon. But he believes ultimately the rule should be changed.
Terry Wallace is no longer feeling as crook as a dog after overcoming breathing difficulties and asthmatic episodes to coach on Saturday.
I was really struggling for breath. I had probably even an episode on the Thursday and the Friday night, which was fairly unpleasant to sort of say the least, which had me on sort of oxygen and nebuliser.
Wallace strongly defended Joel Bowden's time-wasting tactics and calmness under pressure.
We've got blokes who are out their feet that weren't offering up a lot in regards to movement because they were just shot. Do you pull the trigger and make a horrible mistake, or do you hold onto the ball and have the patience to be able to sort of set up again?
But he agrees the lawmakers should look at doing something to stop it from happening regularly.
My thoughts would be that the ball shouldn't, or the time shouldn't start until the ball's touched in play.
The Tigers face the Brisbane Lions Saturday night and must win if they are to make finals. Rob Waters, 10 News.
Thank you, Rob. Well, the Thunderbirds' focus has now turned to planning for next season rather than their dream for a championship. Re-signing English defender Jiva Mentor is now a priority after their preliminary final loss to the Magic.
Finishing third in the Trans-Tasman competition was above outside expectations, but little consolation to the Thunderbirds after a heartbreaking 2-goal loss.
Very disappointing. It's a very tough coming back and realising that you haven't made the grand final.
A third quarter lapse cost Adelaide dearly. The Magic broke open the game with 7 straight goals.
We've got the talent there, it's just been able to put it all together, and I guess experience as well, having a really young squad. It's new out there, some of them haven't played in sort of final positions before.
While the coach is confident of keeping the core of the squad together, she may not have a say in Jiva Mentor's future. The star keeper meets with the English coach next month, and even though she'd like to remain a Thunderbird, it'll depend on family and national team commitments.
Definitely coming off this game, it's like it's unfinished business, so I'm eager to get back there and almost take revenge and show them what we're worth, because I felt that last night's game didn't really show where we're at and our true standard, and I think we can go all the way.
Strengthening the midcourt is another priority, the coach not ruling out the return of retired Australian wing attack Laura von Berto.
Well, we said the door's always open. Again, we always have room in our program for top elite players, so we certainly look at every option.
Defender Monia Gerard and goalie Nat Medhurst are already signed for next season. Nicki Barnet, 10 News.
Well, Cadel Evans has declared Russian Denis Menchov the man to beat heading into the final 6 stages of the Tour de France. After a much-needed day off, Evans will start tonight's 16th stage back in team colours. He relinquished the yellow jersey to Frank Schleck after the last stage.
Yeah, he's riding really well, and before the start of the tour, this first rest day and also the second rest day, he remains my favourite for yellow in Paris.
It's going to be tough. I know it's not going to be easy. Cadel, he's a specialist in time trial, and I'm realistic, and I'm not. But I don't know. I just know that if you have the yellow jersey, you can do amazing things.
Saturday night's time trial is expected to decide the overall winner. It's getting exciting. The world champion Opals are ready for battle ahead of the Beijing Olympics, a 3-day boot camp at an army training base in southeastern Queensland has the team gunning for gold.
For athletes used to more comfortable surrounds, 3 days of roughing it with the army was always going to be an adventure, but an adventure with purpose. Team building, leadership and trust in each other. All vital to unite this team ahead of the Games.
Different life skills, ways to lead and just basically team build. It's been just a really great experience.
While back-to-back Olympic silver medals has fuelled the desire for Beijing success.
And the United States just too good on the night.
The 2006 World Championship crown provides the confidence.
But the reality for the coaching staff and the staff in general and the players, we all know there's a long haul before we get to that gold medal game.
Big gun Lauren Jackson is preparing as if for war. Her teammates also have Australia's first Olympic basketball gold medal in their sights. Before that, a 2-match series against Brazil in Sydney and Wollongong, the team's first games on home soil in 8 years, and the chance to play in front of family and friends.
Especially before the Olympics, so it's going to be fun to get out there and just have a run around and, put the old bodysuit back on again.
That's where the fun ends, and they're hoping the hard work from the boot camp begins to pay off, trading the Army greens for Beijing gold.
It's up to us to pull together and make sure we deliver our best, and our best is good enough to win gold. We have to keep everyone else behind us.
Rob Hazel, 10 News.
Well, finally, Adelaide United has signed promising striker Robert Younis as the club moves to finalise its playing roster ahead of the A-League season. Younis is currently the leading goal scorer in the New South Wales Premier League and has signed a 2-year deal. Great news. Now it's back to George and Beck.
Oh, you remembered. Thank you very much, Mark. Another freezing night ahead. Jane Riley will join us next with the chilly details.
And have you got a ticket? The nation braces for a record $50 million jackpot draw.